Minasan konnichiwa, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So you decided to click on this obscure video that may have showed up while searching for ghost sightings or creepy clown videos on YouTube. Well, I wish I could provide that kind of content, but instead we're just gonna talk about... I'm not really sure what the full title of the video is at the time of recording this, but I'm sure that the word productivity is somewhere in there. Anyway, cut the bullshit. I'm supposed to explain the problem with being productive, but let's be real, we already know it. So I'll just skip to the solution. So the main idea behind using gaming to increase productivity is to have it as something to look forward to in the short term. The simplest way I found to do this is to have a fixed ratio between focusing and rewarding, which in this case the reward is you get to play video games. The sweet spot for this ratio, in my opinion, is 2:1, with the assumption that the minimum required focus time is 20 minutes, because let's be real, I don't think it can be that productive in less than 20 minutes. But anyway, that would mean if you were to study for 20 minutes, you get to play Call of Duty for 10 minutes. If you were working on a project for an hour, you get to play Spider-Man for 30 minutes. And I know that depending on how long you choose to focus for, it might be shorter than your usual gaming session. But this is not meant to be a replacement for your normal gaming sessions. It's meant to be as a psychological incentive to help you become more productive. Taking a break may seem insignificant and counterintuitive, but trust me, it will make you much more motivated, focused, and productive than you think. I think one of the reasons is that you have something to look forward to instead of just working endlessly and inevitably burn out and end up not accomplishing anything. So you might be thinking, oh, this will not work for games that require a big time investment. I mean, yeah, it is true, and you can choose to focus for a longer period of time just so you can have a longer gaming session, or you can stick to games that don't need a big time investment, or maybe stick to games that you already played before just so you don't feel like you need to focus much because you already know what's gonna happen. Remember, this is meant to be as a way to help you be more productive, not replace your normal gaming sessions. And if you're finding it hard to squeeze in your regular gaming sessions, I have discussed time management for gaming in another video, so feel free to check that out in the video description below. I also want to quickly mention that you should choose games that don't drain you mentally, because this is meant to relax your brain and give you a break, not to exhaust it even more. I'm just saying that maybe playing a ranked match is not really a good idea when you're trying to have a break, that's all. Another thing that you might be thinking about is, hey, I want to focus for longer periods of time so that I get to play more video games. And I know where you're coming from. I feel that it depends on your mood. Like sometimes I can barely focus for 20 minutes, but sometimes I can just keep going for 40 minutes, an hour, or maybe 1 hour and a half. So yeah, just look for what works best for you and then just do it. The most important thing is that you take your breaks no matter what. And you don't have to be very specific with this. So let's say your timer goes off and you need an extra minute to finish reading that one last sentence. Yeah, you can ignore the timer and spend that extra minute to finish. Or on the other hand, let's say the timer goes off and you're 2 minutes away from finishing a match. It's okay. You can finish up the match and then go back to focus. But you also don't want to be too lenient with the timer. Otherwise, you might just end up indulging in video games and completely forget about getting back to focus. Or maybe you get too caught up in focusing and forget the necessary breaks and end up burning out and then giving up on everything in life, just like my YouTube channel. The key is to find the balance between focusing and recharging. So you gotta focus, recharge, and repeat. And before ending the video, I want to say that this is not meant to be a lifestyle. It's just a technique that you can use to improve your focus and productivity in the short term. Like, let's say you have exams, or maybe you have a project that needs to be completed in a short amount of time. And yeah, it might not work for everyone, but it's worth giving a try if you're really struggling with being productive. And as the wise and insightful 20th century American journalist once said, the time to relax is when you don't have time for it. If you found this video to be useful or at least entertaining, I think you should check out my other video where I talk about how Spider-Man teaches us how to become more responsible, which you will find somewhere around the screen right now. I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but please try to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, until next time, Jenny, bye bye.